Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. For today's video, I have a new product that I'm going to be trying out. In a past video, I have tried this brand before. They're Tipex Instant Apex Sculpted Acrylic Nail Tips, but in today's video, they actually sent me their newest release, which is their half matte nail tips. So previously their nail tips were just a full clear shiny nail tip, but now we have their half matte long coffin. In the past video where I tried these nail tips along with their glue gel, I really liked this product. I love how you could get an acrylic looking sculpted nail set, but have it be just full cover nail tips being applied with gel. Super quick, very easy. If you're into like that sculpted apex look, definitely recommend these nail tips. I know they went super popular or like super viral. They're getting very popular. A lot of people are loving these. They're wanting to try them out. And I also really liked them. So I will have those videos. I tried two other nail kits from this brand using these same like Instant Apex sculpted nails. I will have those videos linked up in the cards in case you haven't watched those videos out. You can definitely go check out those videos. So in the other videos that I uploaded, I actually was seeing a good amount of comments asking like if they're coming out with more nail tips or just people hoping they're coming out with more like shorter lengths, longer lengths, different shapes. And honestly, I don't know for sure, but my fingers are crossed because I would love to try out different nail shapes, also some different lengths, like a very extra long or a short length, because right now I'm pretty sure all they have is a long coffin, but now they also have this half matte long coffin. So let's go ahead and quickly take a look at these products. And then of course in today's video, I will be applying these nail tips and also using the solid glue gel. So we'll just take a quick look at the solid glue gel first. So here is what the solid glue gel looks like. Like I said, I've tried this product before because I've actually tried the Tipex like acrylic nail tips before along with this nail glue. They do offer kits. You can get a kit that has kind of more like a full nail kit where it has a mini nail lamp, a nail file, the nail tips, the glue gel, and then you can also get a kit where it just has the nail tips and the glue gel. And then of course, like you can see here, they do also have these products separately, so you can purchase just the glue gel or just the nail tips. So for the glue gel, this is a 30-gram bottle, and first of all, I really like the design of the bottle. I think it looks really nice. Another thing that I absolutely love is that there is a precision point for this glue gel. It makes squeezing out the glue gel so much easier, getting a smaller amount. These types of glue gel, a little bit goes a long way, so having a precision point like this just makes it a lot easier to be able to get a smaller amount into the nail tips. Also on the back of the bottle here, it also has the warning and then also the directions. Now coming to the actual sculpted acrylic tips, like I've mentioned 1,000 times already, these are their new half matte. They are also in the shape and length long coffin, and then there are 480 nail tips in 12 different sizes. On the back of the box, it does show the directions on how to prep your nails, the glue gel, and then also how to apply the nail tips. So just step by step going in depth with how to apply these. And then we also have the warning and the storage. So inside the box, I was honestly not expecting this whatsoever, but inside the box, we do just have 4 baggies of the nail tips. And honestly, I kind of like this, even though I think it would be a little bit more convenient if they were all in just one container. Even with them being on the strips like this, I think it would make it just a little bit more convenient. But either way, I really like this just because they are just all attached to one strip. They're in their own individual baggies, and this would just be really nice to store them away because it isn't like a super big container. You don't have to keep the box. So let's go ahead and actually take a look. Like I mentioned, there are 480 pieces and there are also 4 individual bags, and then there are a total of 12 sizes. So looking at these, it is a little bit hard to show on camera just because almost like the way that these have like that sculpted look to them, they are almost like a magnifying glass, if that makes sense. It kind of like gets a little weird. But I feel like with the like pre-etched or like half matte, it really does help a little bit, so you can actually see like here where the cuticle area would be, and then you have that apex or sculpted area of the nail tip. So I just wanted to pull one of these nail tips off so we can take a closer look at it. But something else I wanted to say is when I was like taking a look at the product listing for these nail tips, I did see that they are intended for flatter nail beds. So keep that in mind. I feel like my nail beds, they do have like a slight like structure to them or like curve to them. They're not extremely flat, but these nail tips do still work for me. I feel like if you know for sure that your nail tips do have like a really high arch to them, these may not work for you just because of how flat it is actually like underneath, like where the nail tip would be touching your natural nail. But really all that you can do is to try these, is to purchase them and see if they are going to fit you. I feel like it is kind of difficult because everybody has different nail plates and there really is no way of knowing if it's going to fit you. But I did want to mention that because I was seeing some comments about that. I also did see that on the actual listing. But taking a look at this nail tip, first of all, the material of these nail tips are super strong. You can see that it isn't very thick at the free edge of the nail, but it is like, you cannot bend it. It is very strong, like it has no bend to it. The cuticle area also doesn't have any bend to it, which I don't really like, but at the same time, the cuticle area is still really thin. So when you go in and apply this nail tip, you are still going to get that seamless and like flawless looking transition. So that's really nice. Also taking a look at the side profile, you can see that the cuticle area kind of goes down somewhat, just almost as if like somebody's applying acrylic, they would be tucking it under the cuticle to get that like seamless look. So these nail tips are really nicely made. You can also see here that like etched or like pre-matted surface. That's really nice, so you don't have to go in and prep the nail tips. The nail tip on the underside is already prepped for you, which is really nice. Something else I do quickly want to see or try, because I saw some comments about this, is can you cut the length of these nail tips? Because I'm pretty sure at this very moment this brand does only offer this long coffin shape, and this may be quite long for some people. So I just wanted to see if I can clip the nail tip, how it would look, and like what it would really affect the actual like the overall look of the nail tip. So I'm just going to use a standard nail tip cutter here, and I'm going to cut this down pretty short just so we can take a look at it. So yes, it definitely does work. You can cut it down, but the only thing is it's going to make the free edge a little bit thicker. So you can see here, like, if I put it on, this actually looks really nice on. I feel like for the most part, you still have that sculpted look. It does kind of look a little wonky though, just because the sculpted look on this nail tip was intended for a longer nail. So that's why you have like that thickness at the free edge. Now you could file that and make that thinner there to make it flow a little bit better. So yes, you definitely can cut these nail tips. The thickness doesn't really interfere with the nail tip cutter, but keep in mind that the like apex on these nails, the structure for these nails, the way it's laid out is intended for the long length purpose, keeping the shape the way it is. Now, of course, this isn't going to interfere with anything because the nail tip is still very sturdy. It's impossible to bend, so you can definitely cut the nail tip down, but just keep in mind that free edge is going to look a lot thicker because you're cutting the nail tip down and you're cutting into the actual like sculpted look of the nail tip. But I actually really like how this looks. I think even though this is cut down, it still looks really nice. You still get that sculpted look to these nails. So now that I have my nails prepped, I'm now ready to size out my nail tips. And that's one reason why I really like that these are all laid out on this like same like strip here, just because when it comes to sizing, it does really make it all like super easy, just because all of the sizes are all right here. If one's too big, you can go down to the next size, vice versa. So it does make it super easy. And really your main goal when sizing out your nail tips is just to be sure that the nail tip fits from sidewall to sidewall. Sizing out these nail tips is just like you would size out any other nail tips. You just want to be sure that it is fitting from sidewall to sidewall. Another thing, if the nail tip doesn't fit you as nicely or perfectly as you want it to, if you have the nail tip hanging over on the edge of your skin, you can always still take a hand file and just crisp up that nail shape. These nails, you can still customize them. They're not like super thick to where you cannot file and make it fit you properly. So now that I have the nail tips sized out, that was super quick and easy to do. These nail tips actually fit me really nicely. I feel like I have more of a rounded cuticle area, and these nail tips do give off more of like that rounded look. So these fit me really nicely, but again, keep in mind if they don't fit you perfectly, if you have like the nail tip hanging off onto your skin, you can of course always take a hand file and straighten that up and take away any of the nail tip that you need so you can get that perfect fit. Now that I have them sized out, I am ready to apply them. I of course am going to be using this nail glue gel. This is a gel product, and when I use this in my past videos, I actually really like this product. Like I mentioned, it does have that precision point, so it does make it easy to get the correct amount into the nail tip. Keep in mind, because this is a solid glue gel product, a little bit goes a long way, especially just because it has that thickness to it. Another thing I quickly want to mention about this glue gel, it is not a non-stick, so you cannot touch it like without it getting sticky on like your glove, but this is still a really good solid glue gel. So to apply the nail tip, I'm just going to take this glue gel, and I kind of like to add lines into the nail tip here. Again, I'm just focusing not applying too much gel in there. Another good indicator, because these nail tips do have that like half matte surface or like pre-etched on the underside, you can kind of almost use that as a guide to where the glue gel is going to need to be. And then after I have that glue gel in the nail tip, I'm just going to place that nail tip down on my natural nail and then just apply it at a 45-degree angle, slowly lowering it. And then as soon as that gel has reached the free edge, I will hold the nail tip in place and do a flash cure. I generally flash cure for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then I will repeat the same process to all of the other nails. Using a glue gel in a tube like this, it can get a little difficult just because I feel like one thing that I'm always running into is just applying a little too much glue gel. That's why I always mention about like a little bit of product goes a long way, just because these types of glue gel, they are a really thick consistency, and getting used to how much product you need to use in them, it can get a little tricky. So I'm just going to go in and apply the rest of these nail tips, and then once I have them all applied, I will go into my large nail lamp and do a full 30-second cure. So here are the nails after I have them all applied. For my pinky and ring finger, I applied a little too much gel, but moving forward with the rest of the nails, I was getting a little bit used to the product, and kind of like always just keeping in the back of my head, a little bit of product goes a long way. But either way, they still look really nice. I also want to mention I don't have any gel actually touching my skin. The gel is actually just on the nail tip, but that is always something to keep in mind when using a solid glue gel. You really only need a little bit of the product just because of how thick the product is. I did really like the glue gel. I also absolutely love, love, love these nail tips. The other kits that I've tried also from this brand, I really like these nail tips. I just love the sculpted look that it gives. Also, it's really nice how like strong and sturdy these nail tips are. Like I could leave them like this and they would be fine for like weeks because of how thick, just the nail tips on their own, how thick they are. And I really, really like that. I also just love how they look. It is, again, a little hard to see here. I'll show it again after I'm finished filing. but you can see that beautiful sculpted look. You can also see the cuticle area. Even though the cuticle area isn't flexible like most other nail tips, it still really just blends in seamlessly, and you still have that like flawless transition. And I just cannot get over how good these nail tips look. If you guys love the sculpted acrylic look, if you like this like apex, these nail tips give the perfect look to your nails, giving off that beautiful sculpted look, which I absolutely love. My fingers are truly crossed that they release some different lengths, some different shapes. That would be so awesome to try some other nail tips because of how gorgeous these are. I love how they turn out. But now I'm just going to jump in here and do a little bit of filing. So I am going to start off with a hand file, and I'm just going to crisp up the free edge of these nails. I'm also going to take my e-file with my 5-in-1 drill bit just to go in around the cuticle to clean up any spillage if necessary, and also just to thin it out a little bit near the cuticle area, just so I can get a little bit more of that seamless transition. I'm also going to go in with my buffer just to remove the shine from the nail tips. After I'm all finished filing and buffing, I'm now just going to take a dust brush to remove all of the nail dust. So now that I'm all finished filing and buffing the nails, here are how they look. They look really, really good. I cannot get over these nails. Like, I am just so in love with the shape, the quality, and just how they look. Like, now that they're buffed, it kind of like takes away that magnifying look. So I think it might be a little bit easier to see, but you can really see that structure and apex on these nails. Very sturdy, like I was saying. I am just so in love with these nails. Definitely recommend that you guys try them out. I will have them linked down below in the description box. But I'm now ready to jump in and actually do the design on the nails. Now that I have my acrylic base applied, even though it isn't acrylic, we just applied some full cover nail tips, so that's super fun and easy, especially for beginners. But I'm now going to do my nail design. So I'm going to start off with this base color Staycation, which is just a nude color. And I'm going to do this color on 2 of the nails, and I'm just going to go in with 2 coats of this, and I will cure for 30 seconds in between each coat. So now that I have the nude applied to those two nails, I did do 2 coats, curing for 30 seconds in between each coat. I am now going to do a dip powder ombre. So I'm going to be using Baby Boo, which is a beautiful light blue color, and this is a all-in-one powder, and this is what the actual like ombre color is going to be. I will also be using a clear all-in-one powder and then also the Kiara Sky gel base coat. So I'm going to be doing this technique on both of the nude nails, that way I can get that blue ombre. So I'm going to start with a layer of base coat and I'm going to evenly apply that to the nail. I'm just going to work one nail at a time. After I have the base coat applied, I'm going to cure for 30 seconds. I'm then going to fully dip into the clear powder. Just going to pat that off, and then to get the ombre, I'm just going to dip into the blue just repeatedly like this, just so I can get that blue like almost like onto the nail, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to keep dipping that in and out just until I like the ombre. I think that is turning out so good. I'm really liking the way that's looking. After I am finished with that, I'm just going to repeat that same process on the other nude nail. Now that I am finished with the ombre nails, I'm just going to take a dust brush and lightly brush away any of that remaining powder, and I am so happy with how those nails turned out. So now I'm going to move on to the next nail, and for that nail I am going to use a gel polish. I'm going to use the shade Wavy Baby, and I'm going to do 2 coats of gel polish on this nail, curing for 30 seconds in between each coat. For my pinky nail, I am going to be doing a sugar glitter nail. So I'm going to go in with 1 coat of the Wavy Baby blue gel polish and cure for 30 seconds. Now that the first coat of gel polish is cured, I'm now going to go in with my second coat of gel polish, and before curing this layer, I'm going to pour over my glitter, and then I will do a full 60-second cure just to be sure that everything is fully cured. Now that the glitter nail is cured, I'm just going to brush away any of the remaining glitter. And then I'm going to go in with a layer of the non-wipe top coat on the other 3 nails and cure that for 30 seconds. Now that I have my top coat applied, I'm going to go in with some charms. I have some flower charms and then also some butterfly charms. So I'm just going to go ahead and let this play out. I think I'm just going to do like different locations. I'm thinking for this nail, I'm going to just put like the flower charms all over this nail. I may also include some rhinestones. And then for the two ombre nails, one of them is going to have a butterfly. And then the other one, I may just like do some different locations of like, again, just putting maybe some charms or some rhinestones. After I was all finished applying my charms and rhinestones, I did do a full cure, and then I also went ahead and did my thumbnail off camera for an Instagram reel and a YouTube shorts. So now I'm all finished with the nail set, so I'm going to go in with my cuticle oil. I'm going to apply that to my cuticles, rub that in to nourish them, and of course, like I always say, top off the nail set. And here is the finished look of the nails. I absolutely love how these turned out. Honestly, I will say I was a little bit scared using a different colored gel polish and a different color dip powder, but I think everything really flowed very nicely, especially with the color of the like little flower charms, and then also how the glitter nail looks. I think everything looks super cute, and I really like the different colors of blues, even though honestly I was a little bit scared because I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. But this nail set turned out so perfect for summer, spring, definitely gives some good inspiration. And I always love the nail sets that have like the almost like a swirl design type of thing, where it has a larger like charm in the center and then smaller ones. I think those always turn out so cute, and these little like flower charms, they're my favorite for like spring and summer nail sets. I really love how this nail set turned out, and then also having the Tipex nails or the nail tips, it makes it really nice because each of the nails have a beautiful structure to them. I will be leaving the links to all of the products that I use down below in the description box, along with any discount codes that I may have in case you guys want to pick anything up for yourselves. But here is the finished look of these nails. Let me know down below in the comment section what nail sets you want me to recreate, or some different colors. If you guys want more yellow, green, orange, purple, pink, let me know down below. I really love taking you guys' suggestions. You can also tag me on TikTok, Instagram, or even like message me on Instagram of different nail hacks or nail sets that you guys want me to recreate or put my own twist on. I always love like doing the nail sets that you guys enjoy watching. I had so much fun with this one, and I really love how it turned out, especially because it is my absolute favorite color, which is blue. Leave some blue heart emojis down below in the comments if you guys are still watching up to this point in the video. And thank you so much if you are still here watching. It really helps me out a lot. But I really hope that you guys did enjoy today's video. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all next time.